Hey, what is up, guys? I'm here to give you the second episode review of Breaking Bad, and it happened on, the episode came out on, and this episode too, by the way, is called Cats in the Bag, and it came out on January 27th, 2008. Um, it starts out with Skylar and Walter finishing sex, and then he goes into the bathroom and starts coughing, and then it cuts to 12 hours earlier, and it shows the RV still laid out, um, and it shows somebody with a with a bulldozer, um, pulling it up, and he's like, "Thank you," and he makes up this lie how they were trying to look at the map for directions and how they got lost, and then they were just off the road. So they give him like a tip, and he says, "That's all we can give you." And then it cuts to the theme song, and then it cuts to real life, like into the current times, and Walter is still unconscious, and he actually ended up sleeping in the bathroom, um, which was funny. And then he the whole family's having dinner, and Walter is telling Skylar and Walter Jr. about this story, how they had a faculty meeting, and the seniors are allowed to pick the senior pictures, like the photographer. They've been getting it at this photographer place, and all the girls, cleavage is showing, and he just kind of goes off with the cleavage, and knowing this, the phone was ringing, and then when the person leaves a message, it ends up being Jesse Pokes. I think his name is Jesse. Let me just look it up real quick. Just looking it up, because it will bug me if I don't look him up properly. Yeah, Jesse, he calls and talks about how, and he's leaving like a message like he's a telemarketer. But then what ends up happening is Walter picks up the phone, and he tells him that one of the guys is moving. But I had to edit it real quick because my grandfather needed to come get something. So Walter picks up the phone, and he tells him that the guy's not dead yet. So then he says he's gonna come over after school. So then during school, he was teaching something about chlor. Well, and one of the kids asked this, is this gonna be on the moto? It's on in his head. It sounded like moto, but then he said what? And he's like, is this gonna be on the midterm? He's like, no, maybe, yes. And then he walks away, and he's at the guy's house, and they are debating what to do. They're trying to figure it out, and then what ends up happening is they flip a coin, and one of them has to kill Crazy Eight. They were trying to at first negotiate, but then it didn't work out. And then and one of them's gonna like melt the body that is dead, his cousin Amore, and then but they have to do it in plastic, and you're gonna find out why they have to do it in plastic, in a plastic container. Because later on, as he's trying to get a plastic container, he's Jesse to ask him why he needs to do it. He's like, hey, you slacked off enough in my class. You're not gonna, yeah, your lessons are over. And then doing this, he goes downstairs, and he was just trying to find a bunch of weapons like an axe, a hammer, and guns to put down Jesse, but he doesn't have the heart to do it. So then what happens is he just feeds him, gives him water, and he gives him a place to shower and go to the bathroom. And then what happens is he Crazy is my cousin dead? And then he just walks up, and then what happens is Walter ends up smoking the pot, and then what else ends up happening is he goes with his doctor's appointment. His wife was getting suspicious, so he was looking up stuff about Jesse and stuff, and then because of his weird behavior too. Then what ends up happening is she's like, who's, when they find out the baby's gonna be a girl too, and then she was like, who's Jesse? And then he's like, and then he says, he sells me pot, and then she's like, you know, your brother-in-law's a DEA and pot, and then he's like, so then she ends up, when Jesse was trying to pull the body, she ends up telling him not to do that anymore. She warns him, and then Jesse melts the body, and then he gets pissed at Walter, and then we see that he ended up melting the, because there was a reason why you couldn't use the bathtub, and why you had to use plastic. It's because it melts everything else, the chemical that they were using. So yeah, that's about it. I thought the episode was actually really good. I liked it. Just kind of tired today, so that's why the review's not that great, but that's pretty much it. Peace out.